Good afternoon, welcome to the shed. Today we're going to have a go at making an electrolysis tank to remove some rust. I've tried various ways of removing rust from old planes. The physical way works, but it's hard going. You have to use your wire brush and wire wall, etc. It's not much fun. It's dirty, takes a long time. So I thought I'd give it a go. I've seen a couple of videos about this on YouTube. It looks fairly easy process. I've managed to make myself a tank out of just some bits I had lying around. Never done it before, but we'll give it a go. Okay, let's get over to the bench and I'll show you what I've got. So firstly, I'll show you what the targets are. So I was at the car boot the other day, bought a couple of nice planes. Got a Record 4.5 and a Stanley Bailey 4.5. Don't see any 4.5s very often, but of course I saw two on the same day. I paid £6 for that one, £4 for that one, so both good prices. Reasonable condition. This one, I've looked it up, it's a 1931, I think it is, type 15. That one is a bit later. I think that's, I don't know, 60s, something like that. Yeah, so it's a good little plane, worth doing up. It's actually not that rusty. It's had a bit of a dodgy paint job, so I'm going to have to strip that off anyway. But I thought we'd use these as examples to see how it works, how the process works. This one's got a very rusty blade. Yeah, so that should be a good example. Bit of rust on the sides. Okay, let me show you the tank. So I've made this mainly with bits that I've had lying around. So you can see this is just an ordinary standard container from Wilko's, $1.99. Had this around a while. I got two bits of rebar, which I think they were sort of like fence stakes that I had in the shed, and I've made up some leads using Crocodile clips for my connectivity. So that is what is called the anode. So that's the positive side of the circuit. The negative side, I've got a copper tube, flattened. See that? Just here, and just stuck into the side. So that's going to be my conductor on this side. That won't go in the solution. And then I've got a series of Crocodile clip leads that I've made up. And they're going to clip onto the copper and onto the part that needs to be derusted. So I can put a few on there. I'm not quite sure how it works circuit wise when you have more than one cathode, because so this is the cathode this side. I'm sure you can do more than one. It's just a circuit. You fill this up with a solution of water and washing soda, and that acts as a conductor to allow the process to happen. Oh, there's a micro snail there, absolutely tiny one. Where did he come from? Let's put him outside. Yeah, so that's the plan, is to connect the parts to this bar here, and then for a power source we use a battery charger, which again I bought at the car boot sale a year or so ago for a £5. So I've done this pretty much with stuff that I've got lying around. The only thing I've bought is some washing soda and some Crocodile clips, but I needed some of those anyway, so we're all good. Okay, I'm going to strip the planes down, fill up with the solution, and then we'll see it in action. It takes about 24 hours for the process to happen, so basically I'll start it tonight, leave it, go and watch the football, come back in the morning and tomorrow afternoon and see how it goes. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, so this is the soda crystals, or the washing soda. So you're supposed to use about a tablespoon per gallon. I reckon this is about 4 gallons, maybe 5, so we'll do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apparently you don't want it too strong, otherwise the circuit starts to burn your charger or your power supply. That's what it said anyway. I don't know how or why. You don't need too much conductivity basically. Okay, let's get some water. Okay, so we've got this is the record plane going in first. This is my charger here, £5. So I'm going to try and keep the pieces together. It doesn't matter if they touch, but we do need to get a good connection to them. So I've got 4 Crocodile clips. Let's try and put them in together. I think the hardest part is probably getting a contact on the actual item. That's one. Okay, and now the Stanley, which I'm going to use the blue wires for. Oh, I just dropped a wire in there, brilliant. I'm not sure if you're able to see that, but it's been about 2 minutes since I started it, and there's already stuff collecting on the positive side. So those are all the particles that are coming off the negative side and flowing across to the positive side. And also, yeah, so both arms, so we've got a circuit on both of those pieces of bar, and that hopefully is all the crap coming off of the surface rust from the planes or pieces of plane. Also, these bars are what they call sacrificial, so eventually they will decay through this process. Do you know, I can smell or taste the gas coming off that. I'm going to get out of here. See you later. Okay, so it's the next day. This is our lovely gungy mess. It's still bubbling a bit, so I'm not sure if it still needs a bit more work, but I'm going to take the bits out, give them a rinse and have a look. I'm going to dry them out as well, because apparently if you the rust removal process leaves the metal quite exposed, so it goes rusty very quickly. So you've got to get it very dry and then coat it with some oil as quickly as possible. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you the pieces. If necessary, I'll have to go in for a few more hours. It's been about, I don't know, 18 hours I think now. Yeah, about 18 hours. I think that's enough because there wasn't that much rust on the bits. So yeah, let's do that. You can see all the gun just moved over to this side here where the anode is, the positive side, and then the bubbles are coming up above the pieces that are being de-rusted. Okay, let's get them out and have a look. I think I should have literally taken them out of the tub, washed them and dried them and covered them in oil straight away, because they're already within an hour starting to go rusty again. It's a bit of a stain on that one, but that will come off. Okay, so it's a good little process. I enjoyed doing that. I'll definitely be using that in future for my restorations of rusty tools. Okay, so that footage that you just saw was me doing another batch of planes. I bought a couple this morning. I bought this record number 6, and I bought the other record 130, which I did those in the tank. Results are really good. You still need to do some work. So this one was one of the ones I did this morning. Still got some discoloration. It still needs some time on the wire wheel. yeah, so the process works really well. It's pretty easy to set up. You saw what I did. A bit of copper pipe as a cathode, which I connected via the Crocodile clips to the bits of rusty metal, and then on the other side you have a couple of bits of iron or steel connected to the anode, which is the positive side. Connect that up to a battery and away you go, and all of the dirt and crud just goes across. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to also, now I've got into this electrolysis, I'm going to have a go at copper plating one of my lead plaques to see if that'll work, see if we can give it a coppery tinge. I'll let you know how I get on with that in the next video or the one after that. Thanks very much for watching. I'll stick some similar videos up here, and see you soon.